Mondays are the start of the week, which offer new beginnings 52 times a year. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. If you don't like the role you are working, start paving another one. Mondays are the start of the work week, which offer new beginnings 52 times a year. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. If you don't like the road you are walking, start paving another one. The question isn't who is going to let me, is who is going to stop me. This is how I would like to welcome you all to the program today's paper. And this program comes away every morning, Wednesdays and Friday at about this time. And on this program, we digest all of the happenings in the print media. For today's edition of the program, we have with us four local dailies. That is the Women Voices newspaper, we have the Women Voices newspaper, we have the Daily Observer newspaper, the Front Page Africa, and also the Independent newspaper. So shortly we'll be reading them out for you this day. So wherever you are, I would like to welcome you to the program today's paper. My name is Mafida Kamara, and I am here straight up to 12 o'clock. So if you're watching us live via our Facebook page, we encourage you to share this live video. You can also invite others to watch along with you. And this program is relayed on Force of Liberia Market County. The frequency is 89.7. So she'll be there with us as we'll be reading for you the papers shortly. So the first paper on our text this morning is the Front Page Africa. And this is volume 17, number 176. And this is the Monday edition of the Front Page Africa. Today happens to be the 18th of September 2023. And this paper is sold for $40 Liberian dollars. And let's take a look at the first headlines. That is the first headline. I didn't see it coming. Victim Jessica Lord breaks silence, alleges attempted murder by American missionary boyfriend, says I didn't see it coming. He hit me with the iron very hard. I thought it was the tire that burst, but I failed, and while attempting to wake up, he took the knife and began to slaughter me. But it looks like the boy has spent watching us, and he saw him hitting the iron on my head, and he came to my rescue. Jessica Lord, victim of an alleged attempted murder at the hands of the American missionary Lucas Ritchie. JMB confident of a return to power after winning Trinidad rally. JMB confident of a return to power after winning Trinidad rally. Monserrado County is often regarded as a creation point for the Reds of Liberia. A cool show of strength in the nation's capital would cement the candidacy of any strong contender for the presidency. Just days after the ruling Coalition for Democratic Change pulled one of the biggest crowds to date in Liberian politics, the ruling former Unity Party took to the streets, soon looking to up the ante and prove its worth opponents. Surrogates and partisans defied heavy downpours of rain support of impressive numbers, although some political observers are unsure that will be enough to wrestle the county once a CDC stronghold away from the incumbent. And let's take a look at the front page. That is the back page of the front page Africa. Like I said, this paper is sold for $40 Liberian. So to get more of the front page Africa news stories, you can log on to www.frontpageafricaonline.com. So the back page of the front page Africa usually talks about sports. So the back page, yeah, the headline, the back page of the front page Africa reads, Leska recused that secures crucial win over Bay Mountain. That is crucial win over Bay Mountain. So let's take a look at the editorial of the front page Africa. Let's just read for you a chase of the story. And the editorial reads, Empowering Liberia's Future, a Resilient Democracy Through Youth Engagement. So let's read for you a chase of this editorial. On September 15, 2023, the world united in celebrating International Day of Democracy, with this year's theme focusing on empowering the next generation. The question is, how does democracy empower the next generation, and what kind of legacy are we inheriting? So that just a chase of the editorial of the front page Africa, so you can get yourself this paper and read these stories this paper has for you today. Or better still, you can log on to www.frontpageafricaonline.com, or you can get yourself this paper for $40 Liberian. So let's try to get to the story that talks about JMB is confident of a return to power, and the rest of the story is in this paper. So let's get there for you very, very quickly. Okay, so we are back. Let's get this story for you quickly. The capital was wet and clean on Sunday. The United Party liberated 8 Palm Sunday as they defied the deluge that many would have thought would keep them away from the streets and ultimately the launch of their campaign, but that was not the case. The launch of United Party campaign comes in close comparison to that of the ruling Coalition for Democratic Change, which took their lead to launch theirs on September 7, putting a cry that left many political observers astonished. Sunday's launch night raises a new debate in many quarters. Who pulled the largest crowd? For some observers, the ruling establishment's September 7 launch was massive, and the United Party response shows that despite the CDC having an edge, Moserado County remains a fierce battleground for the October 10 elections. In the build-up to Sunday rally, UP surrogates such as Senator Abraham Darussalam claimed after the CDC rallied that the UP would ground Monrovia to a halt when it took to the streets on Sunday, September 17, 2003. The UP has claimed that it is on path to unseat President Weah. In the past 5 years, the opposition has challenged the ruling CDC on narratives that the country is high and that the CDC is not governing well. So that's just the chase of the story that talks about JMB confidence of a return to power, and the comparison that was made by the writer of the story between the ruling coalition for democratic change and that of the opposition unity party there who pulled the largest crowd in the city. So you can get these people and read the stories in detail. But let's get this other story that talks about I did not see it coming. Let's read for you a gist of the story because the story been in the media for a while now. So let's get this story and probably we'll discuss it on this program. Jessica Lord, the victim of an alleged attempted murder case, has finally spoken out after receiving treatment at the John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital. According to her, she narrowly escaped a gruesome attack by her American boyfriend, Lucas Richards. Lord recounted the terrifying incident, explaining that Richard had lured her to a schedule that secluded area under the pretext of teaching a flight trial. In a shocking return of the events, he attacked her with a metal tool, attempting to split her throat. Fortunately, a vigilant bystander intervened and saved her life. So for those of you that are watching us live, let's just bring you the front page. This is the front page Africa. Yeah, this is the front page Africa. As you can see, these are the headlines, the stories that we just read for you. Let's bring you the back page of the front page Africa to just take a look at this paper. You can go and get yours for $40 or better still, you can log on to www.frontpageafricaonline.com. Okay, our next stop is the Independent newspaper, and this is Liberia's most investigative newspaper. And we have come down to the October 10th elections. We just have 22 days to go, and this paper is sold for $40 and this is for 22, number 193. And for more of the independent news stories, you can log on to www.theindependent.com.lr. So let's bring you the headline of this paper. That is the headlines of this particular paper. Who smuggling drugs? Yeah. And that is a question mark. And this paper is actually asking who smuggling drugs? Yeah. So that's a question that we all can answer that question in our respective opinions. To enhance NPA operations, APM Terminals Liberia brings world-class equipment. And let's bring you this other headline from the Independent newspaper, and it reads, Liberia validates national maritime security strategy. Reiterating our plea for non-violent and credible polls. So that's the headline of the editorial on this paper. We'll actually read your gist of the editorial. I think this is just a repeated editorial from this paper because we have been reading it out for you. So despite that, we'll stay tried to bring you a gist of the editorial for you in two stories just to bring read your chase of them. But before doing that, let's bring you the back page of the Independent newspaper, and the back page of this paper, that is the headline of the back page, reads, UP turns Monrovia green as thousands of its supporters grace rally at ATS. And of course, at the back page of the Independent newspaper, we have the state bureau of the United Party, Ambassador Jose Yuman Puakat, and also supporters of the United Party. They are actually in the thousands here on the photograph of this paper. There is actually a photograph taken by this paper, and you can see that the partisans here are in their thousands. And at the top of this paper, we have Fatu Famata Sherry 2023. Action now, a better Papolu is possible. And the paper says vote number 11th on the ballot. So at the bottom of the Independent newspaper, we have hope you can count on. Vote number 18. We are till 2023. So let's read you some of the counts, or probably read you all of the counts listed at the back page of the Independent newspaper. And we also have some of the accomplishments of President Josh Manning. We have the photos here at the back page of the Independent newspaper. But before showing you that this paper, let's read you the counts that are listed here on the back page of the Independent newspaper. Vote for President we are for improving the health sector, construct several market buildings around the country, construction of NASCOR guest house in Bomi, increased data salaries from 700 USD to $2,000, add 2,500 health records to government payroll after donor health pool dried up, regularized and increased salaries of over 500 supplementary health workers, provided advanced home-based specialist training for over 101 doctors, provided international specialist training for over 50 doctors, vaccinated over 80% of Liberians against COVID-19, that is the seventh best in Africa, constructed the Emirates Hospital in Bapolu County, conscripted the 14 military hospital in Margibi County, conscripted the Redemption Hospital in Coward, Moserado County, established the first dialysis center at DJFK Hospital, the first ever in the Republic, and so much more. Okay, so for those of you that are watching us live, yeah, our Facebook page, that is the Voice of Liberia Facebook page. This is the independent newspaper. This is the front page of the independent newspaper, and this is the back page of the independent newspaper. So let's take a look at the inside of this paper to read you the editorial. But before reading you the editorial, let's read for you a gist of the story that talks about who's smuggling drugs. Yeah, that is who's smuggling drugs in Liberia. So unification time Monrovia since the end of Liberia's 15-year civil war that killed over 250,000 people and displaced over 1 million others internally and externally, the country has been faced with another gargantuan challenge: the smuggling of illicit drugs and other dangerous substances. The situation is severely impacting the nation's predominantly youthful population. Illicit drugs valued US 800 million were first arrested by French troops at the edge of the West African state of Ivory Coast and Liberia's international waters near Maryland County in 2006. So let's read for you the editorial that talk about reiterating our plea for non-violent and credible polls. We have been reading this editorial here, so I would just want to go strictly to this part. For us, at the independent newspaper who have consistently made a similar call on Liberians, so let's skip that part and go up a little bit. According to what the U.S. Embassy through the United States Agency for International Development is directly supporting both international and domestic election observer missions, as well as our own mission observing the election process across the country. The United States is also prepared to assist in efforts to keep these elections free, fair, and peaceful by holding accountable anyone responsible for engaging in activities to undermine the democratic election process in Liberia through additional measures such as sanctions, she added. And that statement is actually coming from the United States Embassy in Liberia, and it was made by Madam Catherine Rodriguez over the weekend when she held a roundtable forum with the Liberian media. Okay, so let's read you a taste of the story that talks about UP turns Monrovia green. And we'll just read you a taste of the story here for you on this program. Monrovia City was effectively okay. Monrovia City was effectively trashed with green, white the colors of the party, as surging crowds of its Taha supporters and well-wishers trooped to the Antonin Tottenham Stadium on UN draft. Many supporters of the UP printed their own T-shirts, face caps, among other materials, and walked from far and near, singing and dancing for what they call the party's pre-victory gathering. Okay, to enhance NPA operations, AMP Terminals Liberia brings world-class equipment. So let's read you a sentence of the story. The free port of Monrovia, the gateway and heartbeat of the Liberian economy, experienced increased activities. Free ports from the port, that is from the free port of Monrovia, indicate that AMP Terminals Liberia has brought two new cars. Okay, so for more of the independent newspaper stories, you can log on to www.theindependent.com.lr. Or better still, you can email them at newspaperindependent231 at gmail.com. Okay, so our next stop is the Women Voices newspaper. Like I've been telling you on this program, this paper actually features women and it talks about women's stories in this paper aloud. And it gets, and this paper actually have the honorees, the honor women every day of their publication, and we have list of women here. We have the former president of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Ellie Johnson Sirleaf. We have Chief Dr. Joel Howard Taylor, the vice president of the Republic of Liberia. We have Madam Dasha Charlie Ann Bronskin. She's fixer two for the CPP. She's a vice running mate to Elizana Benedict Cummings. We have aspirant Tonya Kum Alice Pesa, Markibi County, District number 5. We have aspirant Fatu Famata Sheriff. She's from Bapolu County, and she's contesting in District number 1 in Bapolu County. And we also have Victoria Tolot, that is Kokwi, or senatorial candidate, Mosorado County. And this is volume 12, number 72 of the Women Voices newspaper. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. And let's read for you the word saying in this paper. What saying stupidity comes in all shape and sizes. Some of them even look like people. Oh my god. Your presence speaks volume. Ambassador Puaka hailed his supporters and made huge turnout. And of course, at the front page of the Women's Voices, we have Ambassador Jose Puaka addressing his supporters on yesterday. That was the 17th of September 2023. And we have his supporters here in the most in their numbers. This crowd is actually huge. UB set blacklist for WV publisher orders, says various individuals to be eliminated after they shall have won the pending presidential elections. UB set blacklist for WV publisher orders, says various individuals to be eliminated after they have won the pending presidential election. And at the front page of this paper, we have the photograph of Edwin Snow, we have Bobo Chimons, we have Musa Belete, we have the Minister of Gender, she's here, and so many more. I mean, and at the bottom of the women forces, we have Hope You Can Count on vote number 18. We are Taylor 2023, and this is the message from the office of the vice president. And also, we have Vote Kumi's Pumpkin, a leadership that we can trust, and it says vote number 4. Okay, so let's bring you the back page of the Women Forces newspaper. Like I said, this paper is sold for $40 Liberian. You can get this paper for $40 Liberian. Or better still, you can contact them at www.womenforcesnewspaper.org. And they have the three P's of success, that is passion, persistence, and patience. And at the back page of the Women Voices newspaper, we have this headline that reads, "We continue to promote the peace, tradition, and values of Liberia." Ambassador Julie and the files. Will justice be served? This paper is actually asking us a question. Will justice be served as Jessica Lord accuses American national of attempted murder? So we have a big question mark posted at the end of this particular question. Will justice be served? And of course, at the back page of the paper, we have Jessica and that of her American boyfriend in person of Lucas. They are posted at the back page of this paper. And this other headline read, "I can see the state of preparations of the institutions in charge of elections. You, that is EU Chief Elections Observer says." So let's just show those people that are watching us online this paper. Here is the paper, that is the Women Voices newspaper, the front page of this paper, and let's bring you the back page of the paper. This is the Women Voices newspaper, and this paper is sold for $40 Liberian. So if you are watching us live online, just drop your comments and we'll read it out for you very shortly. And we'll also ask you to share this live video. So let's bring you a gist of the story that talks about your presence speaks volume. Ambassador Puaka hails his supporters and made huge thing out. So let's read or chase, and the rest of the story is actually on page 11. Okay, so let's read or chase of the story. Presidential hopeful Ambassador Joseph Yumampuaka has experienced overwhelming excitement and appreciation to his supporters for the huge turnout during the United Party campaign launch, says your presence have said it loud and clear. So let's bring you this story again. The United Party Senator, who appeared speechless amid the huge turnout of supporters at the Antoinette Tubman Stadium in central Monrovia Sunday, September 17, 2023. The UP political leader was enraged with joy considering his supporters' presence at the rally. According to him, the presence of his supporters, well wishers, and partisans at the rally sends a clear message that Liberians are now at the verge of getting responsible leadership through the rescue mission. You are here today because you want a better Liberia. We are prepared to give you that country for your future. So that was Ambassador Joseph Mampaka making that statement to his people, in other words, to his supporter. And of course, let's read you a gist of the story. UP sets blacklist for debut fee publisher orders. Well classified and confidential list from the national leadership of the opposition United Party reveals names of about 40 individuals, including the publisher and CEO of Women Forces newspaper, prominent women journalists, current lawmakers, government officials, and several Bakiro, Casey debut, Takunche, and Crystal the Change. The United Party reported blacklist also includes Robert Salif, Meriti Bro, Mana Itina Wise, Charles Salif, LP Chairman Musa Hansambility, General Minister Willemita Piso Sedita, Representative Thomas Fala, Senator Emmanuel Nukwe, Janka Augustus Kawa, Jesse, that is Jesse Copway, K. Flo Dolly, Cyrus Momo, Representative Edwin, experience with the United Party regime. Accordingly, it gives her a vivid picture of what to expect if the UP ascends to the presidency. Okay, let's just complete the reading of this story. Actually, we actually had or jumped in the story, so let's read your taste of the story because this story actually appears to be interesting, very, very much interesting. Permanent lawmakers, government officials, and several supporters of the CDC who term as targeted individuals who may think need to be eliminated for effective good governance after we shall have won the elections on October 10, 2023. By directive of the Senate Bureau Ambassador Jose Mombaka, these are the final list of targeted individuals that needs to be eliminated for effective good governance. Immediately after we shall have won the elections on October 10, 2023, the list reads, in what that the United Party describes as its blacklist includes Finance Minister Samuel D. Tuer Jr., President Wia's Chief of Protocol Fina Bondo, ALP political leader Penina Wilfred Ure, Liberia Crusader for Peace Executive Director Mananchuli Andy, Tela Ure, Heron P. Costa, Morval City Mayor Jefferson T. Koji, Lema Bowie, Philibert Brown, Julius Jet, Mora Yakula, Councillor Arthur T. Johnson, Chief Sansan Kawa, Karesi Yelu, Karesi Yelu, Regina Me, Labyrinth Entertainers, we have Pokero, Casey Debut, Takunche, and Christoph the Change. This story is actually important. We'll look at that. Actually, look at this story in our talking point. Okay, so our final bus stop is the Daily Observer newspaper, and this is our last paper for today's edition of the papers. That is the program to this paper, and on this program, we digest all of the happenings in the print media. We read for you the headlines of four papers, that is newspaper, and read for you the gist of the leading stories in these papers. So we have already read for you three, and we have balance one to read, and open up the telephone line for our callers to talk about what we will be discussing here on this platform. So this is the Daily Observer. This is number 23. Volume 23, number 174. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. And for more of the Daily Observer newspaper stories, you can log on to www.liberianobserver.com. Waka vows zero tolerance for electoral fraud. Waka warns as crowd swans in support of his presidential bid. And of course, we also have the Senate Bureau of the United Party in person of Ambassador Simon Bwakad and his supporters. An open letter to our youth. No longer can we watch millions of young people's futures be jeopardized due to enduring failures in our education system. American missionary held for attempted murder of Liberian wife. And we have the photograph of Lucas Richard, the alleged murderer. Ministry of Justice faces backlash amid witness sneaking scandal. And we have the photograph of former Chief Justice Gloria Musu Scott, who is facing charges of murder. Of course, at the back page of the Daily Observer, we have Serenity Mantella Washington Fellows receive certificates. So let's take you back at the front, that is the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. But before reading for you any story of this paper, let's show our followers online the paper we have this morning. And this is the Daily Observer newspaper. This is the paper, and this is the back page of the Daily Observer newspaper. Okay, so let's read to the story that talks about Bwaka files zero tolerance for electoral fraud. Let's read to a chase of the story. Bwaka is hoping that yesterday's crowd of supporters dressed in green and white and who defied the heavy downpour of rain will go out and campaign vigorously to rescue the county from the weird administration. First and foremost, let me make it abundantly clear and assure you that any plans or attempts to thwart the way of the Liberian people by stealing these elections will be forcefully resisted by us, the people of Liberia, and the international community, which has invested so much in the peace and the stability of this country. These are the words of former Vice President Joseph Boakai, the main challenger to President George Weah, spoken in no uncertain terms as his opposition United Party overflowed the iconic Antonin Tottenham Stadium during its official campaign launch on Sunday, September 17, 2023. Okay, let's read a story about EU. EU here to help Liberia. EU chief election observer stresses the importance of October 10 elections. Andres Skander, that is the chief observer of the European Union election observer mission in Liberia, has described the country's October 10 polls as a significant test for democratic consolidation. I believe it is important for the European Union to accompany the Liberian people in this process. I trust that state authorities, political parties, and all candidates will play their part in promoting a credible, peaceful, transparent, and inclusive electoral process. Okay, we are back. We are back. Let's see whether we can bring you a gist of this story from the. Okay, I'm not actually seeing it on this page. Let's flip over to the next to see whether we can get a gist of this story. If not, let's bring you this open letter that was written for the young people of this country because it's actually important, and this is an open letter to the youth of this country. So let's read you a gist of the story. This movement should reflect the true Liberia we deserve, one where young people take full ownership of their future, striving for the betterment of themselves, their communities, and their fellow citizens across all 15 subdivisions. Beyond the electoral cycle, it's hard time to agitate. We must compel our leaders to take the right course of action. We cannot afford to leave our future compromised any longer. Enough is enough. No longer can we sit and watch our fellow citizens perish from preventable diseases and families suffer unbearable loss. If you can't afford medical treatment abroad, don't really contract any serious illness here. No longer can we watch millions of young people's futures be jeopardized due to enduring failures in our education system. Who's facing this? And that's a big question. Who's facing this? So that question is being posted to the young people of Liberia to actually answer that question. So who's facing all of the mess that we are in this country? The mess, this open letter talk about the failures young people are faced with. They talk about the education system, but who is actually facing this in this country? Okay, so we are done reading for you the papers. We read for you four local dailies on this program. We read for you the Women Voices newspaper, the Daily Observer, the Front Page Africa, and also the Independent newspaper. In case you are just tuning in, this is the program today's paper. This program comes your way every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at about this time. My name is Mafida Kamara. So let's take a very short break, and when we come back, we'll dive strictly into our talking point for today. Okay, so we are back. Welcome back to the program, to this paper. It is always cool to have you, our regular listeners, in radio then following this program, and also our viewers watching this live video. It's always cool to be back on this radio. And after a whole long weekend, we are back again, and all praises to God in the highest. So we'll actually take a look at this story because okay, before, let's talk about the United Party campaign rally that was on yesterday, the 17th of September, and some of us follow that rally closely. But one thing I would say here on this platform is the turn up yesterday was very, very much huge. That no one can argue that. No one cannot argue that because we witnessed it, we saw it live. I mean, the turnout was actually massive. And looking at the climate, the weather condition on yesterday, seeing UPS talking about supporters of the Unity Party in their numbers coming out for that particular rally. It was actually amazing yesterday because despite the heavy downpour of rain from morning straight to the evening hours, they mustered the courage, they came out, the streets, everything was flooded with people, with supporters, the joy, you had people celebrating all over the place. I mean, it was really, really good on their part. It was really good on their part, but the argument is who has the highest crowd in most of the country, because we have people making comparison from the ruling establishment, also the opposition, the people from the ruling establishment saying that they put up the largest crowd in most of the country, and the same goes for the Unity Party. But someone will be asking themselves, cracking re-election, or is that the amount of crowd you bring out that's what going to make you to win this election? That's the question there. So what we saw yesterday from the Unity Party, it was actually amazing to see people coming out in the numbers, especially having or rally on the day wherein people are not working. We have all the activities apart from work. You have people going to church. People usually go for family meetings that particular day, organization, gathering. But people abandoned that schedule, and they muster the courage to go out in the field to support Ambassador Jose Yumon Puaka. It was actually amazing. One thing that captured my mind yesterday was after the program, everything, Ambassador Jose Yumon Puaka talked to his supporter. After the program, the rally, everyone started leaving the place. And then we have motorcyclists. Some of them are carried out park at the stadium. They actually park outside. They actually had their motorbikes parking outside, and they were providing transportation for others. Like they will ask you, which direction are you heading? Okay, let's say for instance, if the person living to Peru, you get a motorbike and living to Peru, and you have people going that direction. Carrying people in that back, and was on a free of charge basis. Imagine they pay their way from their houses, go on the fee, and then having supporters paying each other way just to get home. I mean, it was actually amazing yesterday. What we saw yesterday, it should send a clear warning to the ruling establishment that so much more needs to be done, so many things that they can do. Because what I saw yesterday, the one round victory thing, I don't think it's something that we should be talking about, because what we saw yesterday. So we'll just leave it that way. Imagine we had people printing their own t-shirts, buying their own t-shirts, carrying it to the centers that the United Party had already arranged. People carrying a t-shirt, printing it, paying their own way, going there. I mean, it is something that they need to look at keenly because this election we are seeing otherwise other. And it is up to the people to decide who they want to head this country for the next 6 years. So that is it. We'll open up the telephone lines for people to call and give their opinion on the United Party rally. And that's just the first talking point there from my end. And one thing I would also like to talk about is this story that I read. And this story is actually interesting that UP, that is the United Party, they always set up a blacklist for people that they will eliminate or people that they will persecute. And these people, they are not just politicians, but they also have our celebrities' names. And they, oh Jesus. And they have their names. They say about 40 persons. So they are telling us that when they take power, they will persecute about 40 persons in this country. So let's forget about the aspect that talks about the politicians, and let's look at our artists from the entertainment sector. We see people like Pokero, we have KCW, we have Takunche, and also Christoph the Change. So why will you be prosecuting them? Is it because they decide to support the union established and not the United Party? Is it a crime that they have committed, my people? Because you talk about the mayor of the city, you talk about Jefferson Thomas coaching, you say bad governance, because we know these are politicians, and as such the United Party or any opposition political party will actually just shame that particular way of someone that that they are not ready to be wearing that particular form, and probably they are carry on some art that shouldn't be done at that particular place. So let's move the politician aspect from there. We'll talk about the entertainers. Despite them being an entertainer in this country, they are also citizens of Liberia. And the constitution requires them to support whoever they deem necessary to head this particular country. So will you be prosecuting these people because they decide not to support the United Party and support the ruling establishment that is the CDC? Is that what you are telling us, that you'll be prosecuting them on that particular basis? Or what basis are you telling us that you'll be prosecuting them on, or you'll be eliminating them on when you take power? So you're definitely blacklisting their names. You have their names on paper. You say you'll be prosecuting them when you take power, when you take state power. There's someone will be sitting in a car or just home listening to me say, but the people can't wait for you to get the power you first. They can't wait for you to get the power before they start talking about prosecuting this person, prosecuting. Yeah, it is good. Because these people that are elected in public position, they are accountable to the public. So once they are not doing things that should benefit the public or to benefit Liberians in particular, yeah, you have right to order them, you have right to prosecute them if they are found guilty. But you are including them, and also including our entertainers. Looking at, they are not occupying no political seats. They were not voted by the people. They were not appointed. Let's say if Crystal the Change were not appointed by anybody in this country to say, oh, say, okay, you the Crystal of Change or that name that you bear, I don't want to go to you, and so you responsible. You responsible to do so and so is all the other thing here for me. That name was not given to them by anybody. You talking about Bokero? Is Bokero the mayor of this city? What's Pokero need for me in a corruption scandal in this country? So our question here is, why will you be prosecuting them or eliminating them? That's our question this morning. So we need people from the opposition political party, that is the United Party, to call us and tell us the main reason why they will be prosecuting Pokero, Crystal the Change, Takunche, and the other people. Then we also have the names of Moreover City Mayor, okay, Jefferson Tamakoshi, his name is here. And we have the councillor, Arthur T. Jones, his name is here. And we have Helen Costa name also on the blacklist. So why are we prosecuting people like that? What about Helen Costa? Because he's no longer part of the rescue team, so you'll be prosecuting or you will prosecute him. On what basis will this prosecution be done? That's the question. That's the thing that we want to know. Because just I mean this country, so we are encouraging our opposition brothers, you call us, you explain a part to us, because we are not actually getting it. That's what I said from the politicians angle, because we are not talking about the politicians, but we are talking about our entertainers. Why will you be prosecuting them? On what basis will you be prosecuting them? Because we noticed few months back, there's our mother Nima Boy. She talked about Joseph Parker being old, Joseph Parker should rest. Then she was talking in the capacity of Joseph Parker being her grandfather. They shouldn't pressure the papi should go rest to enjoy his old age with his grandchildren. And a particular statement, when she made a particular statement on social media, you had lots of people. We had lots of people coming after her, insulting her, and all of that. So is it on that basis that you will persecute our mother? Is it on that basis that you will persecute her? So that's a talking point for today. We don't have um any more time to be here. We have limited time, and we'll open up the telephone line shortly for people to call and give their opinions on the two talking points. So far, just one talking point. And probably if they want to talk about the United Party rally yesterday, yes, they can go about it to talk. They can talk about it. But we are talking about the blacklist that the United Party has already set up. Then you are talking about journalists in all. What part journalists have to do with this? You're talking about prosecute or eliminating the Women Forces newspaper, the publisher of the Women Forces newspaper. So all of these things, we have people are supposed to call. Let people call. I want people to call and tell us the reason why they'll be prosecuting all these people. Because the list is actually long. We have Samuel Jacobs. We have imagine we have the president of the Liberia National Student Union also here, Mohammed Kandi Kamara. We have flat president Benica Stevena Ellert. We have Ben Simvi. We have Senator Sirion Taylor, Mata Faha. We have Vanny Jersey. And we have so many people who have representative Ascara Great. We have Mosirado Kante, Senator Sir Joseph. I see the list. I mean, the names are too many. So you can get yourself the Women Voices newspaper and read for yourself. Why the United Party saying that they will prosecute these people and will eliminate them for if you have to get yourself this paper and read the full detail of the story, because it's actually interesting. It's very, very much interesting. So they're talking about journalists, they're talking about they mentioned tutors. Okay, yes. They talk about others, talking about that the tutors are Nelson, that is the president of the University of Liberia. And then even talking about persecuting Pastor Ase Winger. So when people you can get this paper, yeah, because it's in this paper, I mean, it is shocking. So call us on the number 0770 or 0880 907 907. We have 19 more minutes to call you out here on this program. call us and let's hear your thoughts on our talking point for today. Let's hear your view on the United Party blacklist. They have listed about 40 persons to eliminate when they take power to question it. And let's take this our first caller. Good morning.
Okay, hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Okay, my name is Suku calling from Partnersville.
Mm,
This is very laughable.
mm,
Firstly, when someone that they are mean advocator is water spoon, the criminal, they cannot distance themselves from water spoon. Then they are talking about prosecuting just net musicians because,
mm,
and these are the things that we're going to see in this country with the leg of Prince Johnson and things. When you are not in support of them, at the end of the day, they start running behind people. But how you see freedom of speech, all these things will not be seen in a country again.
mm-hmm.
This freedom that we enjoy, you see people running after radio station, radio talk show hosts, and things in this country. And you see what happened here.
Okay, my brother. Thank you for calling. So call us on the number 0770 or 0880 Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You have to
How are
walk
you?
away from a monitor. I'm doing great.
Yeah, I'm as well. My name is John P. According to things.
All right, my
So
brother.
you are quoting a newspaper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you are making it look like what is written down is what is true, absolutely true, and you are verified.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you use some important words like prosecute. So if the paper is saying they will prosecute people, it means that the one has to be prosecuted by a committed some crime.
Mm-hmm.
So we all got common sense, even if we didn't go far in school.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody had not committed any crime, the pocket law, and some people is telling you, say you need to get the prosecution, you just put one person together and know that it's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
It is a propaganda like election time here. People want to win election at all costs, so they want to make other people look bad in the eyes of the public.
Oh, okay, my brother.
Okay, so that it is.
Okay,
that is not true. That cannot be true because if you read between the lines, you know that it's propaganda and somebody's lying.
All right, my brother. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Okay, thank you. Let's take this solo caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us the name and where you're calling from.
Let me say good morning to the Liberian people.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Daniel Ophir Johnson, and I called you this morning from my office here in Johnsonville.
Okay.
Let me say thank you for the topic of discussion. And these are the reasons why we tell people about the United Party. And we saw there are 12 years in power. The issue about journalists going to jail and the issue about witch hunt was all around here. These are the same things that they want to come back in power with. Why will you go? Let's say, in fact, the musicians, the Crystal and the Bucky Roll and the other musicians, those people are private people. They support whosoever they like. They don't have government jobs. So if they align with the ruling establishment, I don't think that's the reason why you say that you are going to prosecute them. And we are hearing them that they are going to go after people. But they are dreaming. I don't think they are going to win any state power here. After president, we have 12 years. We are going to post our Joseph there. And then for another 12 years, I think they coming October 10, will be retiring the old man. You go back look out to make a cassava farm. Thank you.
Okay, my brother. Thank you for calling. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, tell us the name and where you're calling from.
My name is Abo Kemugaya in Kawa.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I think what the other brother said, Jenna, I think you don't want to give respect to the president now because the president said that Joel Howard Taylor is going to push on the ticket. So
Yeah.
if you think about Sir Joseph, then you're sleeping. Now, my sister, not everything that is in newspaper that it should be something that believable.
Mm-hmm.
The 16 billion that said I got missing before all the people came to carry on investigation. And I think they found out that there was no money got missing. It came through the newspaper. 3 weeks to the election, there will be a lot of things that will be written, trying to bring other people down, and so on. So why are they saying? Because the people you are not done anything.
then people just go after you. What have you done? And what people have done are people just go and get after them. So how would I in this country, when I know I have a clear integrity, I have not done anything to somebody, I will not be saying a lot of things that will cause problem. So all these things, that newspaper and the Liberian people that are willing to listen to this kind of thing because everybody want made their money. I can be a news reporter and then I can try to hustle also politicians and allow people.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for calling. Okay, so we've been listening to Liberians, especially when it comes to this election, yeah, and they've been saying that they know when they elect or they vote for Pastor Joseph Mompaka, and when he becomes president of this country, he will persecute people. And that has been in a bidder for a while now. We've been following that for a very long time. Good morning, tell us a name. Okay, that color is out. So call us on the number 0770907907. Let's talk about. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us the name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised this morning the manner in which you're presenting the program, especially with reference to the accusation that is being leveled against the UP government. At least if you use the English word allege, then we understand. But the manner in which you present it is as if to say you believe that the UP has already decided and this is true. For my sister.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much for making your point on this program. We'll keep your calls coming. Let's take this call.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah.
Hello.
You hear me? Yeah, hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Your partner is kind of noisy.
There is something that is humble. Yeah, like a scholar like that next year. The way in which you are presenting the stuff, I hate to say you believe. And I'm sitting and listening to you. And I'm calculating if you are a teacher or student, you will definitely allow your student to fail because of how you put the question humble.
Okay,
I just want to say that you are not asking questions, but rather you are answering questions. And rather,
no, I was actually asking a question.
No,
if you follow this program, all right, sister. Thank you so much. We will not argue on this program here. I won't run in this program, so I tell me who stay on the line for a longer time. I will not. If you actually been following this program, I'll talk about the United Party and partisan calling and clarifying that part. So if you see me talking, I was not only talking about the politician. I put them aside and I was talking about the entertainers that the United Party has already blacklisted, that they will prosecute them when they take power. That's what I was talking about, my sister. Go ahead. What is your name?
Hello, why am I saying that? Because when you came to Crystal
Sister.
to change,
Sister.
yes, ma'am.
Sister.
Then allow me to get on the platform. You are already the head of the platform.
Okay. Right? Thank you very much. Mantia, we are not arguing. The both of us will not be on this going back and forth of it. We'll not be talking about that. I'll open a phone line for people to call and clarify that part of it. So if you are calling, I expect you to clarify that part of it. Don't tell me how will man show you, Mantia. Now you don't can wake me off my money to come on a platform to sit on it. So thank you very much, and we call. I will not pick your call. If I expected you call. Make your points new. Don't tell me how to run my program. Now you don't want to employ me to force of Liberia. I'm not working for you. Thank you very much. So keep your calls coming through to the number 0770907907. We are here and we have about 10 more minutes to call your day on this program. So I expect you when you call, make your points new. Don't tell me how to run my program, sweetheart. I beg you, don't tell me how to run my program. So we are here talking about the United Party. They have already set blacklist about 40 persons to prosecute them when they take state power.
Hello?
Good morning, good morning, my brother.
Okay, my name is James Kennedy, and I join you from District 14.
Yeah, hello? Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay, I listen to your topic on the discussion more, especially when you talk about the United Party coming to prosecute a former government official. But My
They are
question here,
formal.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead, my brother.
yeah, my question here, how possible can that be by the Unity Party when they were there for 12 years, when a lot of recommendation came, more especially from the TRC, and where Honorable Baka served as vice president under that regime. So do you not think they were enough for them from that point to start their investigation? But coming today and telling us that only if we vote for him, he will able to persecute them. So how can a man persecute himself? So I find it impossible from the Unity Party side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. So, cause and make your points new on this program. We are talking about the United Party. They already have targeted people that they want to persecute when they take power.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Tell us any name where you're calling from. Tell us any name where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Johnsonville. I'm Abel Yinti. Thank you for your discussion. But you are saying as if to say the people that you are reading, the people have already done it. And again, those people are entertainers. And I don't see, even Bobby Roy that we're talking about, Bobby Roy is not living now in Liberia presently. So why should people read name that people who do not do nothing, doing nothing in politics, then that name is coming out there, for them to press on them as if to say they are taking part in politics. So we should not listen to things like this. We want to move our country forward.
All right, my brother. Thank you for calling. So, like I said on this platform, we've been going out and we've been interviewing lots of people. The first thing is, if you ask them who you vote for, most of them is say Pastor Jose Yumabwaka. Why? And the why aspect of our question is we want to know the reason. And most of them, when you ask them, they will say, "Oh, I voted for Pastor Yumabwaka because I want him to fight corruption in this country." And how will he fight corruption in this country? By prosecuting people, they feel that the Liberian post something, and that the people are sitting in a position that was appointed or voted for upon. So these are things that we're talking about. And let's take this call.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, my brother. You are live.
Thank you very much. I'm Aiba Eskelo calling from Brushy. I want to tell you what Orobaka will do when you get power. I should name it?
I'm listening.
Okay, thank you. Orobaka's number one, his platform is this. He's going to own it. He will own it.
Mm-hmm.
The criminal that steal our money, something you and myself. He will own it to pay our money back. He said it and he will do it. Shoko again. Yeah, come in. He will put a trust that they can't bring in this country. He will put a trust. 2, 3, trouble come in this country. 3, trouble come. And 4, our nurses employ yourself. You will go and proper study to be a good journalist and work for the serve the nation.
All right, my brother. Thank you. Let's take this other call. Good morning. You are live. Good morning. Okay, that caller is let's take this one. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my friend. So how are you?
I'm doing great. Tell us the name where you're calling from.
Well, thank you. This is the people's governor for district number 10, members of the Respond Defense Team, Allah People Defender, joint from Oro, district number 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
go ahead
hello?
quickly. Yeah. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah. We want to tell you guys thank you this morning for taking all your time to explain all of these good things to the Liberian people. But the thing, no event is surrounding the issue. You can look at yourself. You get something, then you say you will shoot yourself in the leg. A time the men were we all, our men were criticizing the men, and the men from Lisa Chapel, they were criticizing the men. Oh, if I will prosecute the men, why are we not doing it? Today, the men were there in camp. If all the people were not with them, they say, yeah, the possibility of them dealing with them, they know it's some kind of way. But today, the men are down here wanting with them. Are the same people that are taking people from Nimba to bring them to form part of their campaign, that the people doing all.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. Let's take this call. Understandable. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, you are live. Go ahead.
Yeah. My name is Michael. Yeah, I'm calling from looking down D15.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for the topic on the discussion. I'm really interested in it. Why? Because I'm a UPS. Okay, you said that we said we heard it, but I'm just want to tell you that that is a black lie. Because in season like this, when the iron is very hard, there are people that are looking for ways to bring it the wrong way. So the topic on the discussion, please don't put your ears to it. Just work as a journalist and everything will be okay because we believe that when we take over, you people, we got a better chance for a better life for tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, thank you so for calling. So let's see, take this call. Good morning.
Yeah. Morning.
Yeah, tell us the name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Council. I call from under the street light in Lower Johnsonville.
Okay.
Yeah, the issue about what Joseph Walker would do when he become president. The guy for Unity Party continue to live in the hypocrisy and deception. Joseph Walker was in power for 2 years. He served as the head of the Senate of Liberia. What law did he pass to eliminate or to even minimize drugs? Drugs were captured in their comfort. So, these guys are there. Their political ideology cannot fit in this particular modern day pluralistic democracy.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Joseph Walker being vice president for 12 years, that was not his duty as vice president. He was not there to making law in the Senate. Let's take this call.
My sister.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
You go to school. You are not beautiful woman. Prepare, stop doing it to all. Start putting out. Stop this.
My brother, I can keep you on the line. Thank you so much. Sorry again for cutting you off. I can keep your one on the line for 2-3 minutes. I can do that, my brother. And we have other people on the line wanting to make that no point. So now because of United Party or other thing, yeah, I can keep you online for 2 or 3 minutes. Sorry about that. But the highest minute I can get is 1 minute for you to make your points. If you cannot do that, I can keep you on the line for 2-3 minutes. Thank you so much. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Hello, yeah, governor for district number 10. That the way the man said, if you can't keep up on the land, then
well, we're gonna minute so boy, we have other people. We have, let's see. Okay, let's take this other call. My man, you want to make the wrong in my program? Yeah, seriously. Good morning. Tell us the name and where calling from. Yes, you are live.
Yes, you people in Syria, don't listen to the foolish people.
No, be watch. Yes, thank you so much. I know you are upset about what we are saying about your party, but you should watch your words. We are on radio, and as such, we have other people listening to the radio, so we can continue words that are being used on this platform. So thank you so much. Let's see what I can take 1 or 2 more calls and call it on this program. My brother, when you call my brothers, because they keep referring to me as their sister. Yes, I agree. But when you call, the highest minute I can give you is 1 minute, or instead 30 seconds for you to make your points known. If you cannot do that in 1 minute, I can't call you on the line. I mean, for 2-3 minutes, I can do that, my people. They program at 1 hour 30 minutes. We can do that. Yes. So keep your calls coming through. Let's take 1 more call and call it on this program. Call us on the number 0770907907 or 0880907907. Let's talk about to say you want podcast. He has already listed about 40 persons. Good morning. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Hello.
Please walk away from your monitor, my brother.
Okay, this is Abraham Sama, and I join you from Bombay County, Wager to be Pacific.
Okay,
this gets ring bell into our ear with the Liberian that it will let this old man get into power with the Liberian will become a slave. That's my point. Thank you.
Okay. See, short, brief. Imagine going across. Wow, meaning you won't make points, you won't be pity around the bush, going the other corner. We are not there. I mean, radio is time. And we have our next program coming out already at 12 o'clock. So we are not taking any course again. Thank you so much. We are not taking any course again. Let's see what okay. Okay, so we are not picking any course again. Please, we are not taking any course again. So this is how we like to come to the end of the program, to this paper. And we'd like to say thank you so much, our callers, for being there with us. And to those of you that are watching us live on Facebook, I want to say thank you. But before to read, let's read to a few comments. This comment from John J, and he says, "Good morning. I'm following live from Johnsonville, and this is Josh Lamadan." He said, "I'm following from the headquarters of Citizen Action Movement, that is District 6 GSA Road in Ohio." Says Stanley Kiawe. He said, "Good morning. Keep all the hard work." From say, "I'm following you from Ganta, Nima County." So thank you so much. So I should keep following this radio for more programs, and we read for you 4 local papers on this program. We read for you the Women Voices, the Daily Osefa newspaper, the Front Page Africa, and that of the Independent newspaper. So my name is Mafida Kamara. I'll be back on this platform by Wednesday on the same program. It is my prayer that we'll continue being a law-abiding citizen in all of our doings. So thank you so much for following. Have yourself a blessed morning. Goodbye.